As Christine alluded to, Missouri Governor Mike Parson plans to name Gardner's replacement by Friday. 18 people have applied for the job. 5 on your side's Mark Maxwell continues our team coverage. He talked with the governor today about how that process is going. Mark.
Mike, that process is going into overdrive. Initially, Governor Parson had several weeks to vet and interview candidates before landing on that one. But now that Kim Gardner has pulled the ripcord, he has until the end of this week to make a final call.
When the doors closed at the end of business Tuesday night, the St. Louis Circuit Attorney's office was vacant. Governor Mike Parson said Kim Gardner's sudden departure escalated his timeline to pick her replacement.
With the resignation today, that changes the scenario somewhat. We will advance that pick. Hopefully by this Friday, I'll be able to pick that person.
Before making his final choice, Parson met with faith leaders in St. Louis.
We were very blunt. We were very direct.
Reverend Daryl Gray said the next prosecutor should understand the city's culture and history.
We stressed that we thought it should be an African American. We didn't think it should be anybody who's already announced that they're going to run. And so I think that based upon all the concerns that we have, I believe the governor shares those concerns.
But when Parson met the press later that afternoon, he stressed he wanted to keep his options open.
We listened to that. Everybody has an opinion up here. There's different groups up here that would like to have their person in that position.
In a statement, Mayor Tashara Jones, who also met with Governor Parson, quote, re-emphasized that the appointment should serve as a caretaker for the office who can make much-needed changes without the distraction of re-election politics in 2024. But once again, Parson said that would not necessarily disqualify people who applied for the job.
Whether they're Democrats, whether Republican has no bearing. Whether they run for office again has no bearing. That's up to them.
Despite a last-minute maneuver from Kim Gardner to hand the reins to St. Louis County Circuit Attorney Wesley Bell, Parson said his Attorney General would run the office for the rest of the week.
I want to be clear when I talk about the Attorney General's office is in an assist mode. So, I need to be very clear of that we're not going in there to take over that office. That's not our job.
Parson also commended the sheer volume of people, candidates applying for the job and community groups who have stepped forward to offer their help. While he can only pick one person to sit in that hot seat, the top job there, it might take assistance from some or all of those groups in one way or another to right the ship in an office sagging under the crushing weight of enormous caseload. Reporting downtown, Mark Maxwell, 5 on your side.
And we will continue to stay on top of Kim Gardner's departure. Look for updates on KSDK.com and on the 5 on your side app. And we're going to have a roundtable discussion with our legal analyst. That's coming up at 6:30 on 5+.